Hey guys, it's Brad from B&T Catfishing Adventures. Thank you for stopping in. Today we're going to talk about 6 important tools you should have in your tackle box. All right, folks, welcome back. Again, we're talking about 6 important tools you should have in your tackle box or bag. Now, if you want, go ahead and try and follow along with me and see if you can guess what they're going to be ahead of time. And, are they scales? No. Some grippers? Maybe even the fillet knife? Nope. Some of those things hopefully you already have on board, or, you can maybe even do without. Even the fillet knife after we talk about some of the stuff we're going to discuss here. However, I highly recommend this was one you should have on hand already. But let's get into it. The first one we're going to talk about for catfishing, tackle boxes is needle nose pliers. That's right, folks. These things have been around forever and in tackle boxes for a long time. But sometimes if you're like me and forgetful, you sometimes forget to pack them with you. So hopefully today's list is a checklist for you in your coming fishing trips. Now, the pliers here are needle nose pliers, so obviously they're good to get in there and help remove hooks, but usually that is not what I use to remove hooks with. But this is more of a tool for me. Working nuts and bolts, I can use it on my motor or on the boat, whatever I need to do. It also has a wire clip on it there as well. So if I need to cut a hook, the shank of a hook, well, I can do that for some reason. If it's needing to be done, needle nose pliers are going to help me get that done. So it can be a tool to use for your boat. It can be used for fishing itself. So highly recommend the pliers. Now we're going to move on to number 2. See again, if you can guess ahead of time what it's going to be. Also, for you folks that stick around to the end, we've got something special for you that you're going to want to see and take part in. All right, next part is a pair of pliers, or excuse me, pair of forceps. That's right. Forceps is usually what I use to remove hooks with, but I also use it if I drop things in the boat, and sometimes they go into nooks and crannies where I just can't reach, and the pliers are too big to get in there. Then these forceps allow you to get down in there, grab that nut, boat, hook, whatever it is, and get it out of there easily. But it's fantastic for removing hooks out of fish's mouth. And what I like about it, I normally just clip it to my body somewhere, my shirt, my pants, or whatever, and take it with me up and down the bank or in the boat or whatever. If I need it quickly, it's right there on me. I just unclip it and use it. Now, let's say I've got that really, really difficult hook to remove out of that catfish's mouth, especially he's being stubborn. Well, then I'm going to go with the pliers. But I also fish a lot of times for bait fish, and so I'm pulling in those bluegill or skipjack and things like that, and sometimes those smaller hooks get down in there. The smaller forceps allow me to get down in there and safely remove those hooks. So if I'm wanting to fish live bait, I haven't killed my bait, my fish there, and I can run it as a live bait trying to get that catfish. So I highly recommend a good pair of forceps. All right, number 3 on the list, scissors. That's right. It's just not for grade school and so on. Scissors are a very important tool. It can cut your line. It can cut your monofilament, your fibrocarb. It can cut your braid line and so on and so forth. But a lot of people use it for various things. It's not just the actual fishing itself. Some things you find that's going on the boat, you just may have to have, or on the bank, you just may have to have that pair of scissors. Now, a lot of people like to, when they catch fish and they're going to use them for cut bait or whatever, they like to remove the fins off there. So they'll snip those off using a pair of scissors to do that. So a pair of scissors, highly, highly recommend that. All right, a good old screwdriver. Again, screwdriver, you're gonna inevitably have a problem with your reels, so on and so forth. So if you've got the pliers, you got a screwdriver, hopefully on the scene, you can be able to go ahead and fix that, and it hasn't ruined your fishing day, that you get to continue fishing. It's not something where you have to go all the way home and end your day fishing to be able to work on that particular reel. But I recommend you running a few different screwdrivers, different types, different sizes, to be honest, so you can work on that motor, so you can work on the reels, or whatever comes along that you need to be using those for. All right, so there you go, screwdrivers. A lot of times we don't even think about that when something to put in our tackle box. All right, one of my favorites right here is nail clippers. I want to be groomed and looking good when out on the water. No, usually not so much, but nail clippers are fantastic for clipping fishing line, just like that. It's quick. Sometimes you put little ropes or strings or things on them and hang them on your body as well. Some of them come that way. That you can find in the fishing departments of your local box stores and so on and so forth. But I end up no telling how many of these I lose per year and I buy per year, because it's a must-have in the tackle box. It is so easy. Now, the thing about that is, y'all, I'm going to be honest, it has a harder time snipping braided line. That's right. If you're doing your leaders and they're monofilament or fluorocarbon, this thing is a dream. Work all day. It's quick. Boom. And it's quicker than playing around with it with other tools, for instance. All right, the next tool, and number 6, y'all, right here, is the good old pocket knife. That's right. Now, when selecting a knife to use, I recommend a lock blade because, for one, it's safer. All right, but you don't want to necessarily buy something way too expensive on this because this is going to be a working knife. So don't draw, have tears crying and this and that if you break a point or you chip it or whatever. This is a working tool, folks. All right, so you definitely need to use this. This is much easier at cutting braid than this right here. Now, you can use your scissors, obviously, on the braid as well. But having the good old knife will cut that braid, but also, if you forgot, and it just happens that I've done it before, you forget your fillet knife to cut your bait up, then you've got the backup knife, right? So I highly recommend it. Again, knives, as you all know, can be used for many, many different things. There's many different applications. And so to have a good sharp knife, and again, I recommend a lock blade knife, is highly important. So folks, those are my 6 must have. Okay, again, don't forget to stick around to the end of this show because we've got something for you here. But the pair of pliers, the forceps, okay, we have the scissors, you have the screwdriver, the nail clippers, that's right, and the knife. There you go. So I hope that helps you when loading up or thinking about putting important things into your tackle box, other than your fillet knife, other than maybe some extra line and things like that, your sinkers, your hooks, and so on. This will help you have a much, much more successful day out there on the water while wetting a line. All right, now, I said you guys need to stick around because we've got something for you, and we do. All right, so we like to do giveaways every now and then. So here's what we're going to do. It's around the holiday season, so we're going to throw a little something. It's not big. Don't get too excited. A little something small out there, but it's something you can definitely put some extra few things into your tackle box. Maybe it's stuff you haven't used before. You're going to try them out, and you may decide it's something you like. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to give away a bag of assorted beads. Now, it also has a little brass spacer in there, and the spacer is used in between beads a lot of times to help kind of as a rattle. So if you're using beads, that's fantastic. And again, I like to put these above my knots where my sinker is going to slide down and would be hitting my knot. You put that bead there, and that helps protect the knot from being damaged, untied, so on and so forth. That could cost you a fish. But we've got basically a decent little handful of various size and colors of beads here for you. Again, some of these are glass, some of these are plastic, and you should be able to find them useful. Next thing we have for you is a 6-pack of some line rattles. All right, a 6-pack of line rattles to throw in there with it. So if you've never used that, you want to give it a try, here is your chance. Next, we have a 6-pack of sinker slides. So for you people that want to put this, attached it to your line, and you're not 100% sure what ounce sinker you need, well, you can clip it on this clip here on the slide, and if it's not right, you can take it off. Just simply take it off and add the next size that you think you're going to need. Until you get it right, you can try it over and over, and a sinker slide is going to allow you to do that. Now, again, a sinker slide would be another place just above like your barrel swivel or your hook, depending on what rig you're running, to protect that knot. You put your bead on there, even with the sinker slide on it, and that's going to help protect it as well. But sinker slide 6-pack right here. All right, the next thing we have is a 12-pack of assorted hook. Hooks are getting more and more expensive every day. It's crazy when checking the prices on here. So here's what we've got. We've got a variety pack of circle hooks. This is a 12-pack. Now, I've got 2 different types of 9/0 hooks in here. That's right, 2 different types. And I know which one's my favorite, but you fish them and see what you think. Then I've got a couple size 8s in here and several size 5s in here on that. So depending on if you're fishing for the big flatheads or the huge blues or the channel cats, you've got a size of hook in here that's going to be right for you. So whether you're fishing them on your line, using them on your jug, you got 12 brand new hooks right here. Next, for you people that like to use Santee Cooper rigs or just want to use peg floats as a form of a bobber, we've got a 3-pack right here of peg floats for you guys. Now, let's say you're using that, but you like to use big chunks of chicken. And many of y'all know I like to fish with chicken a lot of times, and it's not as buoyant as fish. So we need something that's going to float that a little better. We're going to go ahead and throw in a 4-pack. That's right, a 4-pack of the bigger floats for you people that like to run bigger baits, and this size is just not working for you. All right, so that's 4 of those, 3 of these. We've got the 12-pack of hooks. We've got our sinker slide 6-pack. Got a 6-pack of our line rattles, and I know you guys are dying to try those. And again, a good handful of various color beads and the brass in there as well to help create that knocker type sound in there. All right, for those that you want to give that a try. All right, so we're giving this away to one of our viewers. Now, here's the thing. You have to be a subscriber to our channel to be able to win. So if you're not, click that subscribe button quickly and get that done. Be sure to hit the notification bell too so you don't miss any of our episodes. We wouldn't want that to happen now, would we? So what we're going to do is you're going to say, I want the gift. In the comment section right now, hit I want the gift, and the first person to do it is going to get this holiday gift pack. It's a small little thing from us to you during the holiday season, and we hope it's something you enjoy and find useful. So, I want the gift in the comment section. Be the first one for that. Folks, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something on the tools that would help make your day a little better out on the water when catfishing. Again, those are some of my 6 favorite tools that I like to have with me when I'm out on the water. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, be sure to subscribe. Share this with your friends as well. We hope to see you guys soon on the bank or in the boat. Take care.